down and group of cars coming in. This has all got trouble written all over it. There's a G3 car.
Drop downhill there, head towards the Aqua Minerale. Imola, of course. There's another one off through the gravel. As wide as possible as they drop downhill, putting that truck inside line. Yes, he did. Through he goes.
Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Season 9 of ALR's GT3 Tier 1. This is the fastest boys out there. I'm Rage F1. I'm here for another season, boys. Guess who is too? Saffzo, how you doing, buddy? I'm very good. This is the season opener around Paul Ricard. What a place to start. I absolutely hate it. I'm pretty sure these boys do too. It's a nasty track. I don't like it one bit. But it does put up some good racing. We've got some crazy corners around here that are always up for debate whether they really should be allowed. Like turn 8, it's just ridiculous. I hate it. I think all of the other guys do as well. But what we'll do now, I think we'll jump straight in to the actual race session. Let's get rid of this absolute bad boy. There we go. And we'll get into what should be some fantastic racing here at Paul Ricard. Right, we will go down the list of who's joining us. We've got some lovely liveries to explore and other bits and pieces to keep us all entertained for the next hour or so. It's good to be back. It's good to have another season. It's good to get starting, I think. 3 months... What was that? 3 months in the back to tank has refreshed Rage. I'm not too sure. Is that the tank that Boba Fett gets in? Is it a back to tank? I think so. I'm not sure we can hear Saf, so I think we can. What I'll do, though, just for you, I will turn Saffzo on. There we go. I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, you'll turn me on?
Yeah. Oh, yes, there we go. We're on. Sorry, I'm Rage F1, and here is Saffzo. How are you doing, Saffzo? I did have you muted. I'm very sorry.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, interesting. Well.
Do you like Paul Ricard as a driver? Is it one that really inspires you? Okay, right, quick answer. I'm glad that we're both on the same
It doesn't need a long answer, just no.
No. No, I do not. I despise it with every being in my body, every fibre. But never mind. We are here. We are happy to be here. And so are all 7 million drivers. We'll go through them very soon, because there are some new names. There's definitely some old names here. I myself have kept myself well away what's going on with the build up to this season, so I can be excited when it all happens. So here we go. Let's have a look, see what we've got here. We've got Niels, BMW Niels, are we going to call him now? In the BS Competition Pride 2021, lovely looking liveried car. Obviously we've got some new cars in ACC. I'm not too sure if we're bopped. We might have to double check that just to see if we've got a funky bop on today. We've got 9 minutes left of qualifying, and BMW Niels, or Niels Nujox, is currently leading everyone else round, and we will continue to go through the lads on the board. We've got Amir Hassini. We do remember that name. He's in P2 currently, only 0.6 off the lead. BMW seem to be very quick round here. I have heard they are very fast, just everywhere, generally. So yeah, so I'm not surprised to see these boys right up there. Darren King puts in a blinding time, again in a BMW, a lovely liveried BMW. It's just matte black and absolutely murdered out. Trevor Wenham in 3rd place. Guess what? He's in a BMW. But George Boothby laying down the limits of adhesion here. He goes pole position, provisional pole with a 152.5. That's ridiculously fast round here.
Yes.
I'm excited to see these BMWs though. It's great to see a new car being brought in and being used to good effect. Dara McCormack putting in a good time there, going 5th place. You've got Valentine Barrier joining him in 8th place inside the top 10. But it's still Boothby, Niels, Malinowski. There he goes across the line, driving for Gas Heat this year. I'm pretty sure a lot of the paints aren't working, guys. We're going to have to get on that again. God, it's every single time, right?
Sorry, you cut out for me. We have to repeat that.
The paint's not loading.
Ah, well, that's nothing unusual, is it?
Nothing unusual at all. Only half of them loading today. It's good to have Malinowski though back in the car. He's in a Porsche, funnily enough. Who would have thunk it? Yeah, crazy stuff. Some new names then that I don't recognise. We've got Gregor Schill here in the BS competition, so he's obviously with Niels Neljek's just in 2nd place at the moment, so is a new driver I don't recognise. Steve Falver, is that? In 12th place. Callie Atkins, he's back once again. Marcus Lawrence. Oh, very interesting to see Marcus Lawrence up here. He's PCDC. If you watched any of our endurance racing, Saf, you will remember him. He was part of the PCDC Motorsports. I think came 3rd or 2nd place overall. Maybe 3rd.
But didn't win.
I mean, he won some races, I'm pretty sure. Didn't win the championship though. PCDC.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough. What have you been doing in the break? Been riding horses?
Yes.
Fishing for sharks?
Yes.
Nice. I've been whittling boomerangs.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
Been riding alpacas across the desert plains. Endurance
What were you actually
alpaca
doing?
wrangling. No, I haven't. I've been sat in my office, mate. Nothing's
There we go. There's it.
Nothing's gone down. Jura, oh god, we're back again with the names. Jura Petrochenko in the AJA Sim Racing team, currently in 16th place, sorry, being pushed down by quite a few boys. We got Mikhail Nawowski in the pit, recognise that name. Abeladze is back with us. Luke Whitehead, live story, Luke. He has changed teams though. He's in the GTWR Academy. Luke Whitehead moving around. Might have to grill him on the new team. Saffzo falls over. Hugo Merles is back with us, and Mats Lynn Anderson, PCDC. His paint hasn't loaded in. Good to see 2 PCDC drivers here today. We got Hyler as well. We came 2nd in Endurance Champ. Thank you, Hyler. I wonder if he's in the lobby. Kieran Prendergast again makes it into Tier 1. Good to see Kieran in Tier 1. Dominic Goltz makes his way in. I haven't recognised this man. Max Warsanasia. What? Oh, I'm going to pronounce that wrong. And Jardia Community Team. And Mikhail Baikov also coming back again. Good to see him back too. We obviously did miss a few there because people were improving. Redoui Masood, obviously, in a Porsche. He's back again for Season 9. Who else have we got here that we may have missed as people have been improving? I think that's about it. I don't know if we do have Jardier in here. We do. There he is. What's he in? He's in a Porsche. Okay. Interesting. New car that we haven't seen him in. I think he started off in an Audi with us a couple of seasons ago, so he's now in a Porsche. Interesting choice. He didn't go for the BMW, as everyone seems to be going for the BMW. Let's concentrate on what's going on at the top, though. Saf, see if we've got any movers. George Boothby still in the lead with Niels following behind. Let's go on board with Niels for a lap. See what he can do. See this BMW in full force. Just for context, I think when I was practicing for maybe 9 hours of Paul Ricard, the best I could manage was, I think, a high 54. That's how fast these guys are.
They're just a tad bit quick.
Just a tad quick, just a tad quick.
It's as if this is tier 1.
Some would say that these guys are some of the fastest boys in the world. I've only heard that on the grapevine. Slipstream allowed in quali section? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I didn't see why that would be.
You're a little quiet, Saf. I'm trying to turn you up. Come closer.
This is better.
That's much better, thank you.
Very good.
We're still on board with Nils as he tries to find some time. Amir Hassini jumps in second place, displaces the man we're on board with right now. Pushes him down to third place. Amir jumps up to the front row with George Boothby. Just while we're rounding the last couple of corners with BMW Nils, we shall just double check what went on last season, I think, just to make sure we know what's going on, because it's been a long time. Like I said, I've been riding alpacas across the desert plains. I can't remember where we were. Season 8, let's have a look. Right, standings, who won? It was the one, the only, George Boothby. Tinke van der Velde came second, I remember now. He tried to go for the win. Luke Whitehead came third place. Michael Tauscher unfortunately didn't get it done, and he was fourth. Manik Shintz in fifth. Callie Atkins in sixth. Redwin Masood in seventh place. So this is different Niels, isn't it, this one? Because BMW Niels is Niels van der Colt. He's not with us by the looks of things this season. So we've got a new BMW Niels. The new BMW Niels, the new improved Niels. He is still third place though. George Boothby then, season champion, currently leading in provisional pole position. He's back, isn't he? Full force.
Yeah. And yeah, the keyword say there's provisional pole, obviously.
Yes.
With what, 2 minutes to go in this session, still plenty of time for others to knock off down that time.
100%.
Looks like only Luke Whitehead is in the pits at the moment. Or is one of the few. Oh no, he's gone out.
Just got enough time to go out, and well, you've got a chinksy doodle hell of a lot to get round in time, unless we're glitched. We might be glitched on the timing screen. I seem to remember that being a thing. So we'll keep an idea on that. But Tyler saying, I'm not racing here in the league, I'm just here to support Marcus and Mats. That's a good idea though. Thank you very much for coming in and supporting the boys in PCDC. Where are they at the moment? Marcus Lawrence in 15th place. Not too sure where Mats is. Where is he? He's down in 24th at the moment. Needs to improve that time. 1:53.4 on the board. So needs to find a second really to be competitive. So on board with Mr. Tortellini himself, part of the Ass Heat team this season by the looks of things. Maciek Malinowski going for pole position here in the season opener of Season 9. Rounding the final corner. What can he do? He races for the line. Is he up? Is he improving? He has improved, but it's not enough, Saf. Still fourth place, second row on the grid. He will go for one more, though.
Yeah, that last one could be the one that puts him up. We're going to have to wait until he's about 2 tenths down, nearly 3 tenths down. Top spot, so he's got some work to do, but Malinowski's one of those that can pull a rabbit out of the hat. Yeah,
not too sure what the balance of power is for the Porsche round here. Not too sure if it's really, you know, that OP. Obviously, the McLaren's just looking George Boothby. I think that's probably 50-50 car, George, right? Absolutely blindingly quick. Well, it does say qualifying's over. I'm not too sure how correct that is, but we'll have to wait and see. George Boothby coming towards the end of his lap then. Let's see where he can end up, if he can improve. Obviously, he is pole position at the moment, provisionally. He's pulling it in, Saf. Doesn't want to go anymore.
Is that saving tyres for the race?
Definitely not.
That
That's not a thing, no. He's just pulling it in, doesn't want to improve. So he was down, or he invalidated some way, shape or form. So, yeah, he decided to pull it in. Not going to improve any further. He's in the pit. He's laid down the marker, and that's all she wrote for George Boothby. Is it going to be enough then? Can Amir Hassini do anything about it? And a much improved Amir Hassini, I must say, in second place. Oh, there we go. The new BMW Niels takes pole, pushes George Boothby down by 1/100th of a second. Amir Hassini is the only other person, I think, who's going to be able to take it to him. Malinowski might be able to do something. Let's see. No, Hassini pulls it into the pit as well. That is it. What is Malinowski going to do? Is the Tortellini going to do anything about this qualifying session? No, he pulls it in too. There we go. Qualifying was a fraught undertaking for Niels and George Boothby. They battled 10th after 10th, but looks like Niels, the new BMW Niels, has claimed the top spot this afternoon. I think we're all done. Dara McCormack has just come across the line. Oh, God! Lays it down with a 152.4. He's just pipped everyone to the pole. Dara McCormack, Williams eSports driver, absolutely fantastic. Where did that come from?
It's come out of nowhere by the seams of it.
Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. Well, there you go. We'll have to have a chat with him after the session.
Unless he just runs away with all his secrets. Which
What
they
is
do
he?
often do.
Some kind of wizard. I should run away with all the secrets. You'll never find out my secrets. Right, let's go through.
I shall get polled by 6/10 next week.
You shall find out all the secrets. Let's go through the grid before we weird everyone out with our shenanigans. Let's go for Helicam, I think. We can work our way through 31 people in 1 second. I know, right? Such as the attrition round here. 31 people within 1 second, Saf. Again, some would say these are the fastest guys.
Yeah, it's almost as if it's tier 1. Wow.
Wow. Right then, let's go through the grid then. On the front row, pole position, Dara McCormack, and just a touch behind him, and in for a shout, really, considering how this turn 1 and 2 section goes. It's a sharp left-hander with a right over a very aggressive curb. Might give BMW, the new BMW Niels, a shout at this into turn 2. So keep an eye on what happens with those BMWs on the outside of those McLarens. We could swap round towards going down into turn 3, but we will keep an eye. So second row will be George Boothby and Amir Hassini. Then third row, Malinowski and Gregor Schill. I think season 7 champion Malinowski. Oh no, he didn't quite get it. I think he got pipped, didn't he? By Kevin Saklari. No Kevin this season, it seems. Luke Whitehead managed to get himself into 7th position. That guy's relentless. He worked his way up. They'll see where Life Story Luke can get by the end of the session. He joins Trevor Wenham on the 4th row back there. And then we got Nicholas Taylor and Hamanda Hakwizi on the 5th row. And there's Jardier and Darren King. Look, that is the row of the YouTubers down in the 6th row. Darren King and Jardier are going to be battling it out at the start of this race. That's going to be very interesting to see. Darren King in the new BMW, of course. You can see him just there in the murdered out BMW. Yeah, hopefully no controversy, please, Darren. You've had enough of that this season. Valentin Barrier will be joining Redoui Massoud in 7th place at the start of this race. Then we got Mikhail Noeski. He'll be joining Jura Petrichenko. That's really hard to say. In 8th place. 8th row. Callie Atkins, Marcus Lawrence in PCDC. They will be in the 9th row of the grid. We got Steve Falver and Lucas Krauser in 10th row. In 19th and 20th each. Then we've got Matthias. Oh, blimey. Matthias, why'd you do this to us? We'll really have to ask him how to pronounce that. But that is a... he's Polish, I think. I'm just going to guess. He's joining Samir Foch, I think, on the 11th row. And then we've got Matslin Anderson and... oh, my goodness. Oh, it's Abalabzi. He'll be on the 12th row of the grid. 13th row and 25th and 26th is Dominic Goltz and Hugo Merlers. 13th row is Bogradovsky and Kieran Prendergast. And then we've got Baikov and Nick Babin. And then we've got Max... Max Watizhna in 31st. Alexander Novkov in 32nd. Kevin Niles down there in 33rd. Remy Papin joins us again. He's getting some names here we missed earlier. Robin Schaefer in 35th. Jean-Marcel Dietrich in 36th, Adam de Biel in 37th. Then we've got Vanko Dimitrov. Vanko is joining us again. Good to see him. And then Ivan Shemenitsky is going to be in P40. Whether he set a time, I'm not sure. But we've got plenty of BMWs. I like the mixed up of grid this season, Saf. It's good to see some new cars being used.
Yep, obviously the new BMW added during the break.
Yep.
So far it seems to be working for BMW Niels, so we'll have to wait and see if that can convert to race pace.
Yeah, I think so too. Niels, I think, had a break with us last season, but was with us in the season before. So, yeah, I think season 7, possibly, we had that Niels. Obviously, we had McLaren Niels last time, I think. He joined us for season 8. A couple of Niels jump in and out. This is a different Niels. Niels Neljeks will be joining us for season 9. We are watching him and George Boothby leave the grid now for a quick little foray round Paul Ricard before we go live for 1 hour of racing here tonight.
Oh.
Spicy.
Are you going to survive this, old man?
Yes, definitely. Might have a stroke halfway.
Yeah.
Stroke out. Is it season 6, Voodoo? Thank you, season 6. Get me still roll into 1 after a while. You forget these things. Let's jump on board with the the reigning champion, George Boothby. I wonder, how do you... well, you have done this, Saffzo, because you've led championships, you've won championships in different racing leagues and in different games. How do you approach going into a season after you are a season champion?
The most important thing I've had is you need to not get caught up with the fact that you're a champion. You can't let that go to your head and say, oh, I'm a champion, this is going to be easy, I'm going to knock it out of the park again. You have to remember that the others around you, because they didn't win a championship, they're arguably more motivated than you. They want to get that championship away from you. You have a target on your back. So you have to really dial back the expectations you have in yourself. You have to dial back how much pressure you're putting on yourself, and you just have to go, okay, I need to treat this as if I'm not a champion. I have to treat this as if this is my first season, my first go at a championship. Just get it race by race by race, and then just do your best.
Yep, you just got to give it a go. Keep going, keep trying to improve. Hopefully it all comes up Millhouse. Michael Tausch is joining us from the sidelines here. Welcome, buddy. Not racing this season then. Welcome, Ark and Tim. Thanks, good to see you. Glad that you're both back at the helm of Tier 1. Of course, where else would we be? It's good to see that all the boys back as well. The majority of the people who raced with us in the previous seasons are back. We do have some new ones, so we'll keep an eye on the pace. Shill up there inside the top 10. We haven't seen him before. Taylor inside the top 10. We haven't seen him before. So it'll be very interesting to see how well those boys do. Or girls, of course. We don't discriminate here at AOR. No. You can race. Does not matter. I was going to say something else. I can't remember. Honestly, this game is so good looking. I could forgive someone for thinking the cars were real. I mean, sometimes you do have to double take with AOR, with ACC. Just in general, you have to really double take. I sometimes double take when people put like renders on like Facebook. You know,
yeah.
And when they put up a picture. There was one, a recent one. I think Porsche might have released their new turbo coupe thing, and it was a render, but damn, it looked real. Like, it's getting close. I reckon within 20 years' time, it will almost be undistinguishable between games and real life. Give it 20 years.
No, I think 10.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be coming. It's just when it happens. Just like the start of this race, really. We're almost rounding through the final corner to go live for 1 hour of racing here for Season 9. It's about to get underway. The boys are getting pumped behind the cars. It's a season opener. Anything can happen. You can ruin your season within the first few laps here. If you have a DNF, it can happen. We will see some attrition here today. But who's going to come out on top? Is it going to be Dara? Is it going to be Niels? Is it going to be George Boothby? Or is Malinowski going to come from the back? Look, he's getting aggressive already, getting squeezed out. But on the inside, Malinowski goes for the rumble strip. And here we go. into turn 1. I think we're getting through okay, but BMWs, look, making moves, trying to get past, but Dara McCormack getting a brilliant start. I think that was George Boothby getting muscled out onto the side there, but he still gets through clean. Malinowski looking for a way through, but it's BMW on McLaren at the moment. Dara McCormack gets through unscathed, importantly enough.
Yeah, and now there's a big fight for, I believe that was about 5th or 6th.
Oh, we got a spin up.
Off. That should hopefully, yep.
Didn't see who that was, but I think he got back in. I think we're okay. Not too sure who that was at the back there that was spinning round.
That may have been some lag because there's no one dramatically far behind.
Max from the Jardier community team getting racy at the start of this one. On the outside, turn 7, trying to muscle his way through a whole host of BMWs and Aston Martins. We've got slipstreaming going on. Oh, and there's Adam DeBille off, and there's a huge spin, and he's in the barrier. He's going to collect some people down the straight. I think he managed to, lots of people managed to avoid there, but that is Adam DeBille out of the race, I think, already. That was very quick for something like that to happen, but he is going to probably returning back to the pits quite soon. Nasty way to go.
Certainly doesn't look healthy. So you might be right on that being race over. If he doesn't pull in the pits, then at least just really no chance of a high position. It's McCormack and BMW Niels already starting to pull a gap on the rest of the field.
They are, yeah, we just jumped on board with Dara McCormack as he's pulling that gap away, the car number 14. He's dragging BMW Niels with him, which is good to see. Amir Hassini then holding back George Boothby, but I think George has actually just been released. He's in 3rd place now. Amir Hassini, Malinowski, and Schill all going toe-to-toe, and Luke Whitehead there. Life Story Luke wants a bit of the action. He wants to get past and wants to crack on with his race. He wants to open up Season 9 here.
Yep. As we've had a spin, that looks like on the main straight. Oh, there's a massive incident on the main straight.
Oh my goodness.
Just go back to about 38th, 39th or so. There's a huge incident.
Oh, blimey, yeah.
I don't even know how many people are involved. It's like maybe at least 10 cars involved.
Yeah, we can just we just caught the end of that. The Aston Martin there. That's Mathis Lieto is unfortunately part of that. Dominic Goltz also got caught out in that. Samir Foch, I think, also. And unfortunately for your boy there, I think Matsson and Anderson, part of the PCDC, also got caught up in that incident. Did Marcus Lawrence? Yes, I think he did too. I think that's both PCDC out. We've got lots of cars in the pit already. So almost called you Jay then. Saf, we've got lots of people in the pit already. That's not a good way to start. What's happened with Malinowski? He's got a... Oh, that's fastest lap.
Does it? Is that new? Because I haven't seen that.
That must
before.
be new, yeah, I hadn't seen it, but purple means fast, right?
Yeah, surely. Unless it's something else, I'm sure someone can say in chat what it means. But fastest lap does make sense. I'm going to check...
sorry.
Go on.
No.
I'm going to check the replay and see what happened on the straight because that was humongous.
Yes, please do. I don't want to click replay because I haven't tested it first. I haven't tested it for a while. I was going to say welcome to the chat. We've got some boys here. Black Gold Saw, Nico Chan is here. Welcome, guys. Good to see you back. Good to see you back in the chat. PCDC curse is real. I think so at this stage. It's really not going well for PCDC. Both of them in the pits. Both cars getting absolutely yeeted down the straight. It'll be very interesting to see how that actually came about. Luke Whitehead is trying desperately to get past Gregor Schill as BMW Niels takes the fastest lap away from Malinowski, but it's still Dara McCormack, BMW Niels, George Boothby, 1, 2, 3, Amir Hassini, Malinowski, Schill, Whitehead, Haquizi, Masood and Taylor rounding out the top 10. But it is absolutely hot and heavy between these guys. There's nothing between them. Anyone going to make a mistake and they'll get their way through. Luke Whitehead might have a run here on Schill. Schill getting a little bit upset going down into 5. He's managed to work his way out of it. I think Luke Whitehead's just holding back slightly, not wanting to get the car into trouble. John Smith saying, lol, purple is the fastest colour. It is, right? Such a shame we cannot get replays. We can get replays, guys. I just haven't tested it. It's been a long time since I've used it. So we'll give it a go. Next time out, not tonight. I don't want to break the session. But next time, I'll test it before, just to make sure that we're all good. Luke Whitehead almost losing it through a Definitely not a car turn you want to lose it through 8. He's obviously got quite a lot of wing off that car, running not so much downforce to get maximum speed down that straight, and that might be causing a few issues. Obviously he is chasing the wake of Schill as well, so that's something to look out for. Some of these cars might be running quite a lot of wing out of the cars. Let's double check what happened to Jardier. He is in 19th place at the moment. We didn't actually see what happened in the battle of the YouTubers. Darren King has just gone into the pit and come out, so maybe he had some damage at the beginning, but look at how many cars we've got in the pit. We've, oh my goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, the list goes on. It's almost half the grid at this stage. It's in the pits. Whether they've decided to come in early or they've been caught up, I don't know. But yeah, not a good start for a lot of these drivers. But coming in now, I guess, is a good way to start. Niels is getting very close here to Dara.
And just to answer the question, Chad, about what happened to Honzik, they got tapped on the last corner at the end of lap 1, but then were able to miraculously just escape the multi-car crash on the straight. So they were it was like they had the only possible gap there was on the straight, and were able to get through it. So if it wasn't for that, Honzik would probably be out of the race at the moment. So yeah. But I've watched it back. It is. I've never seen anything like it in real life or in games. It is. You're going to be interested watching it after this.
Okay, we'll make sure that we catch up on it at the end. We'll go through the replays. We'll make sure that we get the crash. So it was lap 2, I think, or lap 1.
End of lap 1.
End of lap 1.
So sort of as they were going on to lap 2, I've got the replay saved. So
perfect. Half the grid ripperoonied at the end of lap 1. That is. Well, welcome to AOR, is all I can say. You would expect different things with Tier 1. But sometimes these things do happen, you know. Someone gets Austin Powers and, you know, all it takes is 2 cars to get stuck and no one can get through.
You've got to admit, when there are 31 people within a second of each other, something's bound to happen.
Oh, sure. Yeah, something's going to go down. Look at the gap already pulled by the top 2. We've got McCormack and BMW Niels pulling away 2 seconds back from Boothby, who needs to get a move on. He's got that. Don't get confused. That is Jardier in between. He's come out of the pits, so he's got a pit down and he's a lap down at this stage. So he is a back marker for these guys to get past. Here's George Boothby then from Amir Hassini, Malinowski. Gregor Schill is still in the way of Luke Whitehead and he's unable to get past. That Porsche is not good on the straights and it's clipping towards the end. I think this is what's causing the issue for Luke Whitehead.
And also that is Darren King splitting second and third.
Yep. Whereabouts is he?
He's in between Niels and Boothby.
Okay.
But in terms of his actual position, he's leading those who have made a pit stop, obviously, from lap 1.
Oh, it's Darren King, not Jardier. Getting YouTubers confused. Alex says everyone gets a lovely toe on that straight. 4 or 5 wide. Disaster is a moment away. It really is. Whoa, we got to move. Luke Whitehead going for the inside of Schill. I'm surprised that Adam DeBille didn't cause more chaos on his crash going down towards 8. Managed to hold on to it. Oh, as Schill goes wide, he's going to join off the track. And he's going to get a little slap on the wrist by the game. He'll probably get one of those warnings, but he's still got another couple of lives to play with. So, tactical, leaving the track and coming back, kept his position. These guys are wily old foxes, right, when it comes to these things. It's like a tactical yellow card in football, right?
Yeah, they have to be. When they're fighting for these kind of positions in these high-end tiers, they have to pick and choose when they want to be a bit bendy and when they just want to play it safe.
Be a bit bendy. Bendy with the rules. You've got to be bendy with those rules. It looks like, at this stage, that Amir Hassini is holding up Malinowski. And it looks like that Gregor Schill is holding up Luke Whitehead, but because that Porsche is not great on the top speed, it just can't make its way past. And it's such a hard track to pass on, Paul Ricard. It's incredibly tough for them to get it done in the twisties as well. I'm racking my brain to think of a place when they can actually pass in the corners, and I just don't think there is one. Possibly down into 6 here. But I just don't see it happening.
Oh no, if they wanted to get done in 6, they need a miracle. Really, they
Might
will.
be able to get it done into 14 before the pit straight. Possibly, because you've got a good couple of twisties through there, but the 12-13 section is quite fast, so it doesn't play to the Porsche's strengths. You need some low down grip to really get past. You've got to stay in that slipstream, like Luke Whitehead's doing here. See if you can slingshot your way past. He's going to try it again into A. He's got the run this time.
Up ahead, Amir Hassini's got past George Boothby as well. That's the battle for third. And, yeah, as you say, Whitehead past Schill now.
Yep, got it done.
Oh, sorry,
Malinowski
dear,
wide! Almost rejoined in front of Luke Whitehead. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No worries.
You don't see incidents for Malinowski. The Tortellini man himself going wide. I didn't see what corner that was. I think it was turn 9. Very interesting to see someone go wide there. I know it's a double apex kind of corner. It's a bit confusing, but yeah, an unlikely mistake from the man in pink.
Yeah, I think you're right, that was turn 9. Now on the exhale there, maybe just gone the throttle a bit too early, lost the rear, and now is in the clutches of Whitehead in 6th.
Yeah, Porsche v Porsche. But the Porsche deficit down the straight is definitely not going to help Malinowski. I think we'll see a change in the lead quite quickly here. They might be, playing tit for tat for a couple of laps. I was expecting a restart. No. We never
Restarts are reserved for reserves. Yeah, restarts are reserved for absolutely catastrophic scenarios.
I guess if the server crashes, then it's a restart. If you get caught up in a racing incident, that's a racing incident. You don't restart life, that is it. We've got some heavy weaving going up ahead. Do you see that from the two BMWs, George Boothby and Hassini? Hassini trying to break the toe desperately. Not too sure who he's breaking the toe against, though. Oh, it's Hassini breaking it against Boothby. I see.
Yeah.
Luke Whitehead and Malinowski are going toe-to-toe. Whitehead round the outside, almost tapping Malinowski.
Oh, and Malinowski round. Oh, nearly. No, he's caught it.
Save of the century from the Tortellini himself. That's incredible car control. Well done from him. But unfortunately, that's 7th place, right?
That is 7th place for Malinowski. Yeah.
Never mind. I'm sure he'll be back at it again shortly. But yeah, a couple of bad laps for Malinowski. He needs to get back in that rhythm, find his speed again. He's got Masood for company in a Porsche as well, so we'll see how that battle goes. But Luke Whitehead absolutely on fire, showing his true class again and again in AOR, and now he's up to 5th place, and he's going to be chasing down Boothby. As long as he can get into that toe, it's not going to be long, right?
Not long at all. So this point is pretty much a case of when, not if. But then, on the vice versa, it's a when, not if, and whether the move will happen the other way around.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be long before Whitehead makes up that 8/10, and then he's going to be behind Boothby, who's struggling behind Hassini, and that is going to happen sooner rather than later because Boothby makes a mistake out of 4. And he's actually got himself 2/10 there, so good stuff from Luke Whitehead. And he will get even more time down the back straight towards 8. As Amir Hassini continues his spate of weaving. Got to be careful, admins are watching. Stewards might see things slightly differently. You are allowed to weave, really, to break toes, but it can't be excessive, can't be deemed excessive or dangerous, right?
Yeah, the main thing is dangerous. If you're several car lengths in front, I think the generic rule is you can weave as much as you like. It's when the person behind is pretty much within an overtaking, striking distance. Yeah. And there's a thing of, if you weave, there's a chance you make contact. That's where things get squiffy.
So prime example would be someone like Carlos Sainz down the straight towards Parabolica a couple of years ago in the McLaren when he got his podium. He was weaving like an absolute madman. And 2 right. He should have done. Was it 3rd? I think it was 3rd. Or was it 2nd? It might have been 2nd, you know.
No, he was second fighting with Lando, I believe. No, not.
He was fighting. He was trying to get Charles, and Charles got the win, right? That was Charles won at Monza, and I'm pretty sure that Carlos Sainz was third. I can't remember.
My brain's getting muddled with so many different Italian Grand Prix.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, interesting about weaving. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not dangerously excessive. I'm not sure what the rule is on AOR. That's deep in the rule book, that, and I guess it's at the steward's discretion whether it's deemed as unsafe, which I don't think that was very unsafe at all. There was more than one car length between them. He's obviously trying to break the toe, and good on him for trying something different. Ultimately, he will slow himself down, so he'll be travelling more distance than everyone else going in a straight line, but it does break the toe. And as long as it's not dangerous, I guess keep on trucking. As it happens again there. It was it not Gasly P1, Sainz P2? Is it Gasly? It might have been Gasly, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. It was Sainz fighting with Gasly for the win. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I think you're right. He was fighting Gasly.
Because that was when Hamilton had his safety car pit lane situation.
He did, yeah. Came into the pit and didn't realise that he wasn't allowed to. Yeah. Oh, that was because Charles stuffed it into Parabolica. I should have known. Should have known. Who was P3? That's the question. Bottas? No, I think he was right down, wasn't he? Who was P3? Who was P3? No idea.
I can't remember.
No one cares. Can you imagine if it was someone's first podium? Like the most unremembered podium ever.
I'm going to look at that result now.
Please do. 2020.
2020.
Yeah, I think so.
It was Stroll.
It was Stroll!
3.3 seconds back, and that's back when it was still Racing Point.
Yes. There you go. Zorro comes in with the Stroll P3. Yeah, I think that must have been Stroll's second podium that time. So it's quite important for him and for F1. So, like I say, the most uninteresting podium for third because of what happened just 2 places ahead. But we do have some action going on up ahead, and I think we are going to have to see one of these guys getting out of the way here, because it must be causing a bit of an issue here. This is it's Darren King, isn't it? I think. Yeah, it is Darren King in the way a little bit. But quite rightly, he has pitted. It is a race, but he will be getting blue flagged here because he's been lapped.
Also, we have got our first penalty, 20 seconds for Nicholas Taylor. Is that from race control? Is that from the game?
Let's have a look, shall we? We'll go...
There has...
Is there anything...
it is race control.
It is, okay.
It is, okay. So, contact between cars involving 17, 112 and 33 on lap 1, turn 9, so that's the hairpin that Taylor's going through now.
Yes.
20-second time penalty for car 17 for causing a moderate avoidable collision. 2 license points as well.
Oh, jeez.
That's a hefty one.
Let's have a little look.
That's Taylor.
That is Taylor, Nicholas Taylor. And who was it involving?
112 and 33.
112 is Amanda Hekwizi. They've all changed numbers here, so it's very hard to find them. 33 was it? Trevor Wenham.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all kind of together. Alrighty, that would be that. And then, right, go on, lay it on us. Have we got the pitch straight? Lap 1, I guess. 2, whatever they deem it.
There's been nothing about that yet. That's going to take a while to look through because again there was, I think, at least 10, if not 15 or 20 cars involved in that. So it'll be a while before we hear anything about that, I imagine.
We'll keep our little our ears pricked up for any noise. I'm surprised there was no restart. I mean, there's a crash in real life. There's probably a red flag, and there might have been a restart. But those people who got crashed out, they wouldn't be able to restart, would they? So it doesn't help them at all, does it, if we carry on or not? I think, in my opinion, it's better we carry on. Darren McCormack leading still, and he's got the fastest lap. Fastest man out there for the Williams Esports team currently. Doing a great job at holding up Niels there. But Niels is getting very close, actually, we do say. Looking for a move into 8, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it there. Not enough time for that.
Oh!
Slightly wide.
McCormack's slightly lost the rear. So these two are starting to make mistakes because also Niels went on the curb a bit, which destabilized the car. And then McCormack lost the rear bit coming on the exit, so it pretty much evened out any disadvantage either of them had. Niels just taking the different line, getting out the dirty air.
Alex says Stuart to be unpacking that lap 1 incident into next week. I think you're probably right. We did have some pitters that we've missed through all of this confusion. George Boothby's come in, so one of the front runners has decided to come in the pits and get their pit done. I guess that window is kind of open. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these top guys decide to pull over and get some free air, but no, we go one more for the two guys leading, and they are slipping each other down the back straight, so good to see. Where's Luke Whitehead? Has he got onto the back of this pack yet? He has. But he's now a little bit stuck because he's got the car of Darren King in front, so he's going to have to make his way past that before he can get up to the back of Amir Hassini. But yeah, it's all working. George Boothby obviously coming in and pitting, so he's taking himself out of that little train of cars. Sorry.
As we have actually got another penalty as well. It's lap 1, turn 9 again.
Yes.
So this happened literally 4 seconds after the other one. 10-second time penalty for car 15 for causing a collision with car 33.
Okay, well 33 is Trevor Wenham, and car number 15 is no longer in the session, I don't think. Oh no, it is Steve,
Favre.
isn't it? Favre.
However you pronounce
Favre. Yeah, H3.
Favre.
Yeah. Got a couple of H3 boys not here, I seem to remember. Haven't seen the Team H3 Racing come up very much. Got a couple of them maybe sitting out Season 9. It's good to see though. We've got some more people coming in and filling those ranks. Dara and Neil's getting incredibly close now. It is really close. Saf, I wouldn't be surprised if we see fisticuffs soon. Must be slowing themselves down here because Hassini should get a chance, possibly. I mean, if you're that far back, lovely turbo noises from that BMW as well. It sounds like turbo noises, I'm not sure if it is, but if you're Amir Hassini, would you come in and get your pit done so you don't get caught up? So you maybe get some free air and you can work your way up to these guys at the top? Got to try something, I guess.
I think he's got to react to the leads in some way, whether that be pit opposite them or pit on the same lap. But I think just pitting like a few laps beforehand just for the sake of, oh, let's do something different, I don't think that's going to get him anywhere. I mean, he's caught, what, 8/10 in that lap? So, just keep going with this, and then maybe wait for one of them to pit, and then either come in with that one or come in with the other one when they pit. And so you're at least on the same strategy as one of them, you don't lose or gain too much on one of them.
Yeah. Got to pick your strategy wisely, I guess. One thing to note though, very low track temps, and the sun looks like it is coming down slightly, so we could be, as I always said, drying up. We could be cooling down. Could cause some issues with the tyres, but they will go longer in this kind of weather, and the lap time should be quite fast in the cold weather. As long as they don't get too cold, we should be okay. As Whitehead now feels the wrath of Hassini's frantic weaving. George Boothby had enough of it and got well out of the way. He's currently leading those who have pitted, back down in 15th place. Got a drive through for Hekwesi. That's a game added one, and that's unfortunate for him. So that would be, I would have thought, corner cutting or something along those lines.
I'd imagine. Speaking of penalties, we have got our first penalty for the last turn of lap 1. So it doesn't say the main straight, it says the final turn.
Yes.
Whether that means the main straight because they don't do turns or not.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is a 25-second time penalty for car 25. Quite fitting.
Where is 25? Is he down and out, or is he still racing? Let's have a look.
25 appears to be out of the session.
Yeah, 25 is left, so we can't really marry that up with who that is, unfortunately, guys. But okay, 25. The issue.
And that is for causing a collision with cars 38, 39, 224, and 72.
Jesus.
And that's 25 seconds for car 25, causing a collision and 2 license points.
2 license points, wow. Okay, well, there you go.
Also, Boothby has set the fastest lap in the race, so clearly the new tyres are working.
They are.
and we've also got a 5-second penalty for car 224 for causing a collision with car 72 on turn 10 of lap 1, but no license points, thankfully for them.
That's Callie Atkins getting the penalty on Valentine Barrier by the looks of things. Yeah, so many cars caught up in that, I would say, final corner lap 1 incident that we can't actually name them all because a lot of them have left. But yeah, lots of people caught up. 2 license points is a hefty fine. Haven't seen that kind of fine since we had the incident round Spa where someone didn't hold their brakes. Can't remember who that was now.
I think there was more than 2 license points. Wasn't that 5 license points?
Many license points, yeah. It was almost a season. I think didn't they actually end it on the position in the championship would be under review, which I'm not too sure how that went down. I can't remember who that was actually, but I'm pretty sure he was quite apologetic of it, but didn't hold the brakes going through. I think it was Blanchimont and caused chaos for a lot of people behind. But yeah, never mind. Right, so George.
We've got to move for the lead.
Yes.
That's BMW Niels went on the inside of McCormack, which I believe that was going into turn 10, but couldn't quite get it pulled off, so he's had to settle back behind, but that was nearly a move done for the lead. So BMW Niels is properly on the attack now.
What corner was that? Was that into 8, 9, 10? Was it around that kind of area?
I believe it was into... yeah, I think turn 10 is when he actually went for the move.
Okay, that's fine. Gregor Schill comes in for the pit. Malinowski joins him. We were on board there earlier on when we were going through those penalties with Luke Whitehead, who, quite importantly, didn't come out in front of George Boothby, but I think Boothby was actually ahead before they came in, so that's probably why they didn't swap round. So that's an interesting development. Boothby's tyres obviously coming to him when he needs them. That's given him 2 seconds on Luke Whitehead, so definitely opened up about a second on that race. Boothby will probably jump Hassini because of this, so it would be interesting to see where Amir comes when he does pull into the pits. These 2 front runners, though, still lapping round on the first set of tyres, yet to come in. Going defensive, though, down the back straight towards 8. Can we get eyes on the 317? You can. Whereabouts is he? It is Niki Bogrodovsky. It's very hard to say. Bogroditsky, Simware Pro. Lovely livery. He's currently in P19, but he has pitted, so that should shake up a little bit towards the middle part of this race. So we'll keep an eye on where Nicky is towards the end. But yeah, currently P19. Previous lap was a 1:54.8. His best is a 54.3. So yeah, a little bit of pace to find, I think, if he wants to attack a little bit further up. But I think everyone at the moment is doing 54s, apart from those who have come in and done the tyre swaps, who are in the mid to low 53s. Boothby and Whitehead are slowly moving up as they all come out of the pits here. I think that was Bogroditsky getting past some of the back markers who were coming in. Was that Hugo Merles? No, it wasn't. We'll wait and see who that is. Can't quite see at this stage, because it's all kind of mumble-jumbled. Right, Darren McCormack still leading.
Something to note, Amir Hassini caught the top 2 by half a second just the last lap alone. BMW Niels having a 54.6, Amir Hassini a 54.1. So, squabbling they're doing, even if they're not going side by side that often, they are losing a lot of time to the second BMW in this race.
Okay. I did say if they squabble, then they're going to start losing time to the car behind. Obviously, it's happening. But interestingly enough, George Boothby is going to be in that gap, where that we're looking in between Hassini and BMW Niels. So if they keep scrapping, Boothby could come out in the lead here, and that's definitely not what you want. Reigning champion is what I meant. Winner of season 8, currently working his way back through the field, but it will change, I think, later on. He'll get promoted up into 3rd place, but we'll have to keep an eye on what happens. BMW Niels getting wide on the exit of turn 8, but still all good for 9. Horrible double apex corner.
We are
Yeah, and on the penalty front, nothing from race control in this, but if you look at 4th place Dura, 75 seconds of penalties.
Okay, right. Shall we maybe dissect that? That's
There's nothing in race control yet about it, but
Okay.
instead it's been building up 15 seconds at a time.
right.
So,
I don't see how he would have amassed 75 seconds in
I mean,
the
that's
game.
surely got to be...
Either that's an
Well, I mean-
error by a steward.
Well, well, no, here we go. It's just come through in race control. So,
Okay.
oh good lord, this is a lot of cars.
Oh,
Okay,
Dura.
ladies and gentlemen, strap in.
Okay.
This is the penalty for the final straight. This might not be the only one, but it also could be. So, contact between cars involving 26, 25, 16, 12, 24, 15, 579, 13, 10, 964, 27, and 85 on the final straight of lap 1, a 75-second time penalty for car 26 for causing a major collision, Spa 98. They actually write in their Spa 98 style, 3 license points.
Ooh, that's a slap. Well, there you go. Dura's going to be in that pit box for 75 seconds. Jesus. Is George still lapping faster than the leaders? The early pit stop might be good if the top 2 are fighting. He is, and he's lapping about 6-7 tenths a lap quicker than the leaders. Yeah, he is going fast. Now, that last lap, although, was only about 4 tenths quicker, but still, he's going quicker. Yes, is the answer. Yeah, there is a threat to the lead here from George Boothby if the top boys keep on fighting with handbags. But we'll see what happens when they come in. This stream just turned into a numbers station for a sec there. I mean, it did. It was almost like the Sunday football results. Portsmouth 1, Southampton 0.
Also, somebody note, Schill has now taken the fastest lap in this race away from Boothby.
Yeah.
That was a 153.3 compared to Boothby's 153.6, so fastest lap by 0.3 of a second.
Very fast, yeah, you're right. They will still come down, I think, towards the end of the session when the cars lean out. You'll probably get fastest lap coming maybe in the next 15 minutes, but then the tyres start to wear off a little bit. You probably won't be able to improve. Yes?
A long favourite like Kevin Niles has pulled off the track and into the pits.
Wow, okay.
I will check the replay and see what happened, but yeah, Kevin Niles appears to be out of the race.
Okay, well, that's not good to hear, unfortunately, for Kevin, but George Boothby is the threat that we're looking at the moment. Luke Whitehead's got a drive through. Right, we did not see that. That must be through corner cutting. That is huge for the championship already. He's going to take a huge knock of points here. Only thing I'm going to say is check out Jardier's POV. He went through there in an unbelievable way. Great control. It was so safe, apparently, from Heiko. Thank you very much for that. We might check out some points of view later. I have noticed, though, with this BMW, there's some weird light glitching. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that. I was watching in broadcast. Not that you really do regularly, but front lights flash weird and the rear lights flash weird. It's not all the time, but it does happen.
I've got a different issue where all of the, well, I don't know if it's all the cars, but certainly the Porsches were semi-transparent. So if there was a red curb behind them, it would see the red through the car.
Oh, really?
So I don't know how to fix that.
I've never heard of that one. You've got translucent cars. Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're fully solid when there isn't a colour behind them. When there is, it just goes
Okay. I have not heard of that one before. Not heard of that one at all. Luke Whitehead weaves his way through some people. I don't think Amir Hassin is very happy with that, though. He's flashing him out of the way. I don't really know why. Maybe because he knows he's got a drive-through, doesn't want to be held up. But yeah, I think Luke Whitehead muscled his way through. Boothby, though, up into 3rd place, and he's pitted. The only people yet to pit are the leaders. No idea what they're doing at this stage. They have pitted. Okay, Dara's pitted. Niels has pitted. They've swapped round as well. We've missed the change for the lead, but they're both in the pit. Let's see what's going to happen.
I don't think BMW Niles is in his pit box yet. I think he's just pulling the pit box now.
Okay, all right. A little bit too premature there. We will keep an eye, though, on Dara, because he's been stopped for a little while. See if we can go on board and see what happens here in a pit stop. But interestingly enough, we need to find out where Boothby is, because that's going to be the main issue. Where's Boothby?
McCormack's been released.
He has. Boothby's coming through, I think, turns 13. This is going to be mighty close here. Going to go on board the fail cam for this. Boothby's going to be coming down the pitch straight around about now. Amir was...
BMW Neil's released. Oh, they're side by side in the pit lane.
Yes, they are. Oh my goodness gracious! And there's Boothby coming down a ray of knots.
Oh.
He's going for the inside. He must. No, he holds fire. Oh, Boothby, there was your chance. But he thought better of it.
He has a good exit. He has the better tyres.
He
All
does.
the warmer tyres even going from Neil's.
He's got Niels done, but Dara's going to be another matter entirely. Niels hard on the brakes. That's...
Ooh. Very close there.
Squeaky bum time. Gets it done, though, impressively enough.
And look who's right there behind them, Shill. So out of nowhere, Shill potentially in a fight for the win now.
Yeah.
Although, look at the gap McCormack's already pulled after the shenanigans down into turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, really hurt Niels there, I think. But it's also hurt Boothby here. Boothby's on a threat here from behind. BMW sandwich. He's going to go for the inside, but I think that BMW's starting to clip now. He's come out of the slipstream. We've got slipstream from the other BMW in front, though. Might put him through. Don't keep the car there. Oh, I think he had to lift there. Shill almost collecting Boothby, but Boothby had to keep his foot in it. And he did. Luke Whitehead then, after this drive-through's come out in 12th place. That is the penalty then he was given because of his, I think, extensive use of the track limits. Unfortunately for him, that's put him right down towards 12th place and outside the top 10. Lots of points lost from Luke, unfortunately. Not going to get a chat with him today.
Nope. And also we have an additional 5-second penalty for Atkins on top of what they already had, and that is for causing a collision with car 112 on lap 9, turn 3. 5-second penalty for causing a collision, 1 license point.
112. So Callie Atkins, that was 224. 112 is Hamanda Kweezy, who's in the pit. Not sure if he's terminal, but he's in the pit. He's been in the pit for a while, so he might be.
Is it Queasy in the pits? I don't see them anywhere on my...
I think he's gone.
My time.
I think he's done.
Yeah.
He has pulled the plug, unfortunately. This is exciting, you're quite correct. It's a race for the top 3 already. Gregor Schill straight out of the box here. We've not seen him anywhere near AOR. He's a new name to me. I haven't seen him in any endurance formats that we've been racing. I haven't seen him in any of the lower series. I don't think that name rings true with me. So, welcome, Gregor. And what a start to AOR Tier 1. 4th place, battling with George Boothby, Amir Hassini, all race long. And possibly with a chance here for a podium. Even more. Dara and Niels, though, are going to be running away now. They've got light cars, they've got better tyres. George Boothby's going to be really under pressure here. His tyres are going to be coming undone in the next 10 minutes or so. I think Schill's going to get him towards the end.
Yep. If we look at lap times, McCormack was McCormack and Niels won't be quite representative, so we'll see when they cross the line. In terms of Boothby and Schill, Boothby 55.3, Schill 54 dead.
Well,
so that's a 1.3 second difference.
McCormack and Niels are going to be going like stabbed rats soon. As soon as they get those tyres up, there you go. 153 dead from Dara and 153.2 from Niels. These BMWs be fast, boy. They are going. Well, Dara's in the McLaren though, isn't he? Geesh. It's good to see so many BMWs up there. I like this new model. I, for one, like the front end as well. I think it looks mean. Long live the pig snout.
That's a fairly unpopular opinion, but fair enough.
I like it.
Boothby has got Schill all over the back of him. Those tyres already might be starting to go, to be honest. Schill was another 10th quicker in that last lap. Both of them being about 3 to 4 tenths slower than the top 2.
JSR, just to answer your question there, no, there isn't refuelling but because they are on fresher tyres with the same weight as the other cars, they will be going quicker. Right?
Yeah, but Schill going for it down the inside. We'll see if they'll be able to keep up the straight line speed, not on the slipstream anymore. Seems to be ahead at the moment as Boothby lifting off the throttle there. Just gives Schill the place, it seemed like it. Unless that McLaren just hasn't built the straight line speed. We've seen Schill have a go into 8 a few times. But now he is through into the top 3. And I think they might have to settle them because it looks like Niels and McCormack are just going to run away with this now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling Boothby's starting to tire on the tyres. Running out of pace, I think, slightly. Maybe protecting the car, protecting the position. 4th is good enough. It's a good start. It's not a win, it's not a podium, but it's good enough. It's good points. So, hey, is this PC only? It is, unfortunately. This is AOR Tier 1. This is the PC boys on ACC. These guys will be racing with full professional sim rigs, a lot of them sponsored esports drivers, some of them just amateurs taking part, but it is an all-inclusive series this. No money involved. There is the prize of winning an AOR Tier 1 championship up for grabs, and I think, if I'm quoted correctly, a lovely set of SIMSOKs.
Is that SIMSOKs?
Oh, SIMSOKs. They are actually amazing. They're very nice.
Are they?
I used my set of SIMSOKs round the 24 hours of Daytona only but a few days ago. We came 5th, Saf. We came 5th. Yeah. Won't happen.
But you didn't win.
We didn't win. No, we came 5th. Yeah. We were on for a podium, but I crashed. At about 5 a.m, I met the bus stop. Actually, I met a crashed car in the bus stop, so it wasn't my fault. I will hold on to that, but never mind. 5th place is good enough. We'll take that. Next year, it will be better. I promise.
Meanwhile, Hosseini and Boothby have made slight contact on the back straight. And that is Hosseini up into 4th place now.
Lots of back markers in the way at the top there. Is that quite right?
Samir Foch is separating Hosseini and Schill. They're just getting out of the way now.
Yeah. So,
and the next car to lap him will be Malinowski.
Indeed. Yeah, I think Boothby's really struggling. He's got a nice gap, though, to Malinowski. He might be able to hold that, but we still have 17 minutes to go, so it's going to be tough for him. Those tyres, I think, are screaming. Yeah. Incredible strength of field in this event. So many notable names. I know. There's a lot of big names here. A lot of big names. There's a lot up for grabs. We've got past race winners. We've got past season champions. We've got YouTubers. And like I said, we've got esports drivers. And we have the regular speedy amateur boy on his G27, just lapping up tracks and getting the speed down. I wonder who's out there with the least amount of money on equipment. That would be my, winner of the season, right? Someone running around with a Logitech and a dream.
Certainly a possibility. I can't think of anyone in this team that would be in that situation, though.
I don't know. I wouldn't put it past one person here to be on.
Oh, maybe one person, but it won't be a common thing.
Oh no. I wonder what the combined setup value would be in this team.
Oh, I think it might make me cry if I hear that value.
I reckon it would. It's in the tens of thousands.
Easily. I was thinking the hundreds of thousands.
Whether it's in the hundreds of thousands, I'm not sure. But yeah.
Because don't some something's like literally just the cockpit and saying like the chair and the position can't that be over 10,000 sometimes, like well over?
Well, it depends if you've got a full motion rig, I guess. I doubt a lot of people have that. Might be the odd person here, but we would say. I mean, there is a higher level than this, I think. Another league I won't mention just out of courtesy, but there is another level which some of these boys aspire to. It's a little bit more of a professional outfit. I think this is the elite of the amateur class, I would say. Some of the fastest boys out there. that want to get their names recognised for those big teams that take part in some of those, some of those events that I'll run alongside the Blancpain series. I think there is an actual series that takes part. It's fully televised on YouTube. I won't name it again, just out of courtesy to AOR, but there is another level. But I think these guys are the fastest of, the gentlemen's out there. The gentleman drivers, right? There are pros among them, but there is still a huge strength of field here.
Yeah, like you say, the top ones in the top tier here are basically proving, hey, I'm good enough, I'm quick enough, and consistent enough for the big leagues. The teams will notice that. They'll sign up the drivers they think will be able to do the best job. And yeah, so the top 5 people you see at the moment, someone like Boothby or Schill, could very well be a professional driver in 2-3 years.
Yeah. Well, even going over to the real thing, it does happen. I mean, a couple of years ago, a couple of races ago, we had Alexander Smolyov, didn't we? The F3 driver taking part in a lot of AOR series. So we do get a mix of real drivers here too. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
It's not GT3 cars, but Chembolik Batty, who was in F1 Esports, is going to be taking part in F2 this year, which is remarkable.
Yes, and I get that. However, he is an actual race driver before he got into esports.
Oh, I know that. But the fact that someone who was in an esports is now in one of the top pedigree racing, you can't put that down.
Oh, no, you can't take it away. But he did have a route to there as well, I guess.
Yeah. So it's obviously it'd be more impressive if someone like who's the kind of one? So someone like Lucas Blakely.
Yeah.
Like that would be massive if that happened.
It's a bit like Jarno Wotmir, right? He does a lot of driving outside of esports as well, and he was predominantly a driver before he got into F1 esports. But the likes of Brendan Lee, season 1 and 2, I think, F1 esports champion. He's gone to open wheel lower class formula. Wasn't a driver before, but now has tried to make a move on over into that. So that is interesting. I've got a funny feeling that Jardier used to do some stuff in cars as well. But there probably is a couple of people here that have had experience on the real racetrack. I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, we can almost guarantee that almost every single driver here has done some sort of karting.
Probably, yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Tauscher pretty much lays it on the line with what I was trying to say without saying it.
Also, Hassini getting past Schill on the back straight now. They're doing a bit of tapping on the...
Oh, that's a...
Oh, no.
Oh, that was a very lucky bounce.
They had a few taps like that down the straight, and I was a bit worried there'd be another crash, but thankfully not. That's the second time Hassini's passed someone was doing a bit of tip-tap, so hopefully no more of that, please. But yeah, that is Hassini now. Up into the main position. It's been a while since Hassini's been that far up, right?
It is, yeah. I think he's obviously doing very well with that car. He's connected with it. He's obviously put some time in since it's been released, which a lot of people do that, don't they? New car comes out, obviously you want to use it. So yeah, both Otmir and Lee drove in AOR F1 many years ago. I'm sure they did. They take part in other F1 leagues, I know, very much so. But they're the names out there, aren't they? I guess. Jardier used to drive in Clio Cup when he was 18. I know he definitely done some racing before. But, yeah, it's good to see that there are ways out of esports to get you into real racing, and vice versa, right? Not only this weekend gone, Jimmy Broadbent did the Daytona 24 with Romain Grosjean.
Yeah. And Jimmy's what, did he do a full season or half season in the...
I think he did the full season with the Praga, in the Brit Cup
that's it,
GT series, wasn't it? It's a Brit Cup? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so good on him for literally going from a shed to real life racing. That is... It's quite mad from the lad.
The shed man. Shed boy, come good. Yeah. Dara McCormack wants some information on the drivers. I mean, I don't know if there's actually any way to get information on the drivers, to be quite honest with you. We don't have information really given to us. It kind of relies on just how we know them and how they've been developed with inside the AOR community, really. Dara's been around for at least 2 seasons before this one. He is a race winner, I think. He's definitely a podium place finisher. I'm pretty sure he's had a race win because I've spoken to him before. Williams esports team, so this is how far AOR's reach goes, right? Part of the official Williams esports team, so, you know, boy done good, getting picked up by one of the top teams. I know Williams have definitely and aggressively entered into the ACC space to get some of the top drivers involved, Dara McCormack being one of them now. Yeah, there you go. Dara came from Forza. I mean, a lot of people probably did come from Forza. Let's be honest, right? Let's be honest.
I wouldn't have thought that many.
Do you not think no one started their racing in Forza?
I mean, I'm not saying no one, but I don't think it's all. I think someone coming from Forza is probably about as common as someone in Tier 1 having a Logitech.
Yeah.
To be honest.
What's the race pace that these guys are doing? Right, so at the moment they're in the low to mid 53s. The fast boys are in the low 53s, but we're talking mid 53s. Quali pace was a low 52. So that's your kind of pace around here. Incredibly quick, really. I think his PB in AOR was P2 last season at Misano. Yeah, that does strike well with me, actually. I think I've definitely spoken to him before, so he's been in the top 3 before. So whether he's a race winner, I'm not sure. But I don't remember him being part of Williams Esports. He might have been last year, but I can't quite remember. But yeah, if Dara's able to pull this off, an absolutely stellar qualifying performance and to get the race win is something special. That light glitch isn't actually unique to the BMW, I've just noticed, because I've got it on Dara as well. It seems to be a graphical glitch with the blinking of the lights in the dark night sky. We'll see if I can weed that one out for next week's race. Fastest lap is in the 53s I last saw. Yeah, definitely. It is. But Bykov in 8th place in a Lexus, that's a standout performance. Look, he's come under the radar in the end of this race, hasn't he? We haven't really seen him work his way up, but yes, Bykov, Mikhail Bykov. Yeah, regular driver with us here in AOR Tier 1. Good to see him up here performing inside the top 10, well inside the top 10. Callie Atkins will drop well outside, so Barrier and Babin will get promoted up a place each. So good to see those boys performing. Luke Whitehead still 12th place, but he's getting close to Babin. So we might jump on over, actually, with Luke Whitehead in P12, see if he can get into the top 10, because it will be, I think, by the time this happens, because Atkins is going to fall all the way down. So if Luke Whitehead can get Babin here, which I think he's going for, into 14.
He's gone deep, though.
Oh, it's a tap.
Collision.
It's caused
and he's
an
round.
issue. Who's that behind? That's Yardia, isn't it?
It's Babin round.
Yeah, Babin, unfortunately, getting the worst out of that.
And I imagine that's going to be investigated. Whether someone gets penalty, whether it's 20 seconds, don't know. That's almost definitely going to be investigated.
I think so too. What I am doing, I am trying to find Jardia's stream. Excuse me if we get noise, we don't, good. So we can see what happened on his lap 1, turn 1, because we've already been asked to double check that, because I think it's going to be absolutely crazy. We're on board with him right now, the YouTuber. He's got 1,800 people watching him here, doing a very good job behind Luke Whitehead, trying to get inside the top 10. Not his best finish with us with AOR, but still very, very good indeed. If you do fancy a watch with Jardier, hop on over to his YouTube. You can find him by typing in his surname, or his first name, sorry. I do really want to see what happened though on his lap 1 incident. Going for the slipstream.
Beat 30, guys.
Not quite enough, Saf.
And actually, you said about Whitehead finding for P10. He's actually outside of that 10-second window of Atkins at the moment. So at the moment, it's only good enough for 11th right now. Plus, if the stewards find him guilty for whacking at the last corner, he may actually get a penalty of his own.
He may do. He may do.
Wow. How is there only 5 minutes left?
It goes quick when you get excited about it. It does go quick. I'm trying to find the crash on lap 1 that Jardier so brilliantly managed to avoid. I'm not too sure where it is, to be honest. I think we might have gone past it, but we will come to that at the end of the race. I want to see his point of view, because I think it was quite funny. So we'll come to that towards the end, as we're watching him trying here desperately. Oh my goodness, I've just seen it, and it's absolutely terrifying, Saf.
Is that at the beginning of the race?
Yeah, Jardier's point of view is absolutely horrifying. We'll keep that for later. I'll show you boys that in the chat so you know what's going on. Dara still purple, still got the fastest lap. This is the race that we're watching though at the moment. Jardier trying to reel in Luke Whitehead. Porsche versus Porsche. But Jardier's got company too. It's a little bit further back, but it is there. Going for a move into 8. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough in him to get it done there.
Well, that's happening. Malinowski also now within half a second of Boothby, who's, I think Boothby's size have pretty much completely fallen off at this point compared to most of the other drivers. He's just falling back further and further. In terms of the time difference, last lap was a 54.6 from Boothby, a 54.4 from Malinowski, so nearly 2 tenths gained on the Porsche on that lap.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of time before Malinowski finds his way past George Boothby.
Well, we say that there's only 3 minutes left. That's what, 2 laps. It's not much time.
I know, but Boothby will be going very slowly in the corners, and that's where this Porsche goes very quickly. So I think it's going to be a matter of corners before Boothby, unfortunately, has to give up that place. Possibly, where Luke Whitehead made the move on Babin earlier on, that he might get slapped on the wrist for. Down into turn 14 could be a possibility for Malinowski. I said that earlier on at the beginning of the race. I think that's probably the only place where one of these Porsches is going to be able to get past. But yeah, whilst we're here, just had a huge shout out for everyone joining us today. Over 200 viewers, I think, at one point. Absolutely massive numbers for us here at AOR. So thank you very much for joining us this evening. I hope you've enjoyed the race. I hope it's given you good racing.
Malinowski's going for it.
He does. He gets it done. Boothby having to be very compliant, doesn't fight it, and I think that's the clever thing to do. 6th place, I think, is very good for Boothby. He'll hold on to that now. I don't think we're going to be sued. Unless there's a mistake, we'll be able to make up that kind of deficit in that amount of time. But yeah, what a crazy start to this season, and what a brilliant display from Darren McCormack. Absolutely brilliant. He had to really fight off some proper pain from Nils. And he's managed to gap him now by 1.5, which is a huge amount to deficit. It's really, really good from him. Very much looking forward to having a chat with him at the end of this. We've still got a fight going on, though, at the back here for 11th place. Zaf, it's getting quite hot and heavy already. They've been trading blows, but no one's got past yet.
I believe they're about to enter their penultimate lap. Because the next time the leader comes around, we'll be going on to the final lap, and they haven't been lapped yet. So,
didn't we have conversations last season about what was the one before the penultimate?
Oh god,
the pre-penultimate, right? I can't remember what it's called. You're gonna Google it, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Good.
Yeah,
it's a good word. And we're not on that lap now. We're on the penultimate. We've missed our chance there. Antepenultimate lap was the one just before. Boothby waiting to the last lap. I don't know. Where is he? I think he's going to be too far away, isn't he? He's not going to be able to hold on. He's going to stay where he is. He's lost the position to Malinowski. I think I'm reading an old chat, but this is the fight that we want to watch to the end because it's involving Luke Whitehead and Jardier, and Taylor wants a little bit of the action too. This is for technically 11th place. Possibly 10th place if he can get inside of that 10-second penalty, which I don't think he's going to do. It's very close though. 2 seconds back is Valentin Barrier from Atkins, and then 8 seconds back is Whitehead. If he can close in half a second or so, he doesn't want to be fighting right now. He can get inside the top 10, which obviously opens up some more points for him. It's not as prestigious as it used to be. Yeah, up the inside into 8. He's going to get it done. I think he is.
Oh, but Whitehead, he's trying to stick around the outside. There might be a spin. No, they kept it clean.
Oh, it shows the class of Luke Whitehead. Absolutely faultless. And he held him round the outside there. Brave, brave, brave move.
So they have just one more lap to go. Leader is on the final lap of the race. And completely unrelated, there's a word for before the antepenultimate.
Is there? Oh, God, what is it?
Yeah. Pre-antepenultimate.
Okay. We're going deep now. George Boothby has actually made up 2/10 on Malinowski in that little section there. It's all over. Boothby's coming back here. He doesn't want to give up. Jardier is within 2/10 apparently. Oh, no, that's going to update, I think. There you go. That's the real time. It's actually gone up to half a second now. But yeah, ooh. Boothby's coming back.
Atkins is in the pits. Yeah, he's just in the pits now. So I don't know if he's actually done a pit stop. He's coming out of the pits now. But that is put Whitehead into 10th. So this is now the fight for 10th between Nadia and Whitehead. We saw him move last lap. That was fought back. So what's going to happen this time?
Oh, Boothby for a move on Tortellini. Pulls to the outside. Tortellini's going to hold the inside round 8. Oh, there's almost rubbing. Boothby's going to have to wait. And it's going to go down.
Boothby's got a good exit.
Ooh, into 9. There's a bit of jiggery-pokery. He's not going to get it done. And we are seeing Dara here just about to come across the line. I don't want to miss what's happening back here because it is getting very, very close between Boothby and Malinowski. But Dara is about to come through the last turn here, and he is doing so. And coming across the line to claim his first victory with AOR in Tier 1. Absolutely incredible job. I'm very much looking forward to have a conversation with him. Then we got Niels in second place coming across the line. Amir Hassini, well done, my son, in third place. Rounding out the top 3. Gregor, good job from him, and first time out with us here at AOR. And Malinowski did hold on. He got 5th place. George Boothby having to settle current reigning champion, for 6th place. You got Mikhail Baikov coming across the line.
Jardier and Whitehead fighting again.
Oh my goodness, they are. Yep, you are right. And it's towards the end.
Jardier went for it initially on the right-hander of turn 8.
There's going to be a dive into 14. There's going to be. It's going to happen.
Look at Taylor. Taylor's trying to line it up for the exit.
We're going to have a run to the line here. No, not quite.
No, don't think there'll be any changes. Whitehead 10th, Jardier 11th, Taylor 12th.
Good stuff from those guys. Really solid drive from all of those involved. Callie Atkins then, weird pit stop. I think he's finished. He's actually stopped on track there. Did he run out of fuel? Callie Atkins of the Jean Lacey Sports Academy getting mugged here at the last lap. Not too sure what he's doing. He stopped. He's not crossed the line yet. He's dropping down like a fly.
Well, they've jumped back to the pits. That may well be running out of fuel.
I think it is. He ran out. Maybe that's why he came in. Missed his pit box, couldn't refuel. I think he had a nightmare at the end there. Right, let's go through the grid then. It was Taylor in 12th.
Oh,
Merler's in 13th.
There's a last lap fight for 17th.
That's Babin.
Yeah, he's just been overtaken by Down King on the last corner. So that was for 16, and 2 people went side by side by the looks of it. Who was that? That was,
I think, Wenham and Vanko coming across the line together. And we don't think we got any more. Yeah, no, we haven't. We've got Jean-Marcel Dietrich doing some drifting. Look at that car control there. There you go. This is why these boys are in this this tier. Absolutely on the limit there on that Porsche. Doing it again, is he? Go on, give us a little bit of showboating there. Lovely stuff. Good stuff, Jean-Marcel. We enjoy that very much so. There we go. Properly sliding. Good stuff from him. Right, well, let's hop back to the pit and let's see if we can talk to the top boys. Dara McCormack is definitely in need of a conversation. Niels and Amir Hassini, if we could get those guys in for a little chat, that would be absolutely fantastic. Let's see if we can do just that. We're just waiting, I think, for a couple of the guys to finish the celebrations and join us in the comms box for a little chat. Whilst we wait, shall we have a look at the carnage? Shall we?
Yep.
Shall we do it?
I think we shall.
Let's see.
I shall get the replay.
If you get the replay, I will see if I can get this going here. Let's see. Is it this display? It is indeed. Let's show you exactly what happened here from Jadia's point of view. Oh,
you're watching Jadia's point first.
Oh my goodness gracious. It started a long way back.
Oh my god.
Oh my sweet Jesus. Let's just reevaluate that. So coming down into 14, gets caught out here. Goes for an overtake. Gets sandwiched there. And then chaos. Oh look, no, it's the.
Oh my god.
It's the GTR joining and just ruining most of people online there. And Johnny managed to squeeze his way through. Big damage for him, I would have thought, because of the first incident, but see how pleased he is of that. Absolute disaster. Did you have a view as well?
I have the view of anyone you want.
Well, let's have a view of that GTR. I think his name is Jean, I think.
Well, it's not showing the names on top of the car, so that's going to be interesting.
Let's see if I can find it. It is Jura, number 26.
26.
We will
There it is.
go for it. Are you gonna? Yes, you're gonna do a live little watchy. Bear with me 1 second, guys. We'll just quickly check out what happened from this point of view. Off you go.
So this is just coming up to the last corner. So there's RDA up in front, so it's already happened there.
This is the cause here, right? So well offline, rejoins, and then boom. That is what caused the incident. And
then behind you can see that.
Yeah.
And then.
Let's see if we can maybe get an outside view. Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll watch from the helicam. Yeah.
Yes, let's watch from the helicam. We will get
So
the guys
this is
in for
quite
a chat
bit further back.
very quickly. We're just reevaluating what happened here. But watch the GTR come in. Look, that's what caused the incident.
Yeah, and then it just spirals out from that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Yeah, that's
It's
bad.
a thing of when you're behind someone else, you can't see what's going on up ahead.
Yeah, that is bad. Right, well let's get the boys in. We got Dara first. Let's have a little chat with him. Dara McCormack. Oh my goodness. I didn't expect that for the first season opener. Absolutely stunning drive, mate. You've held off Niels there most of that race, and an incredible qualifying session. Well done with your first race with AOR. First win, sorry, with AOR.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a super tough race. Niels said he wanted to build a gap with me, so I mean, if the opportunity was there, I'm assuming he would overtake me. But yeah, that was that was really tough. I was sweating, to say the least.
Well, you managed it brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. You know, you really took on a real bit of competition there from Niels. He never let you off really until right at the end. I think tyres may have been coming into it, but he was almost there every step of the way, especially after he got into his rhythm. But you managed to keep him behind. Amazing start to the season. Champion from last season, down in 6th place. So really good going forward. Only 8 races this season, so to get a win straight away, 100 points, is going to do you, put you in very good stead for the championship.
Yeah, it's great. I was surprised I got pole. It was by a very small margin. And I got fastest lap of the race by a small margin, I think, as well. So super tight field. I'm absolutely over the moon, and also it's a little bit of a sad topic, but I'd like to dedicate this race win to my nan, who sadly passed away today. So
oh jeez.
Yeah, it's a little bit more of it, but
no, it's not at all. To do
I'd
that.
like to dedicate to her.
That performance today, after the circumstances you just outlined. Congratulations, well done. Go take a deserved break, and yeah, that's incredible considering. So very well done, and yeah, that goes out to her. So well done, buddy.
Thank you.
No worries. We'll get Niels in, have a little chat with him, see how he managed to try and put the pressure on you. Niels, really good job, buddy. Really good job. you tried so desperately, almost had a chance there on the exit of the pit. I know there was another chance just before the pit stop phase. At some point, did you see that there was a possibility to get past Dara?
Hey, I'm totally warned. This was so tense. As I said before, this was probably going to be more stressful than SRO with the grid being so tightly packed.
Yes.
I was really hanging onto his draft, and I think a couple of times I was just at 0.7 of a second, was just the threshold for the slipstream onto the straight. So I just managed for him to, not run away. And I think there was one time where I was 0.3 or so behind him going onto the straight. That was enough to go side by side. And I tried the over-under at 230 or so, and I think there was a millimeter between us. And then afterwards I thought, maybe this is a bit too much risk, so I just hang with him there, try to build a gap to the other guys, not fight too much. And then, after the pit stops, I got lucky because I think my acceleration zone out of pits was a bit shorter. So I had that 10th on him or so, but then going side by side into that corner was just too risky to really try to go for it. And then on the straight, he would have had me anyway, so I think was better in second place. And then I think at some point he broke the draft, and I just couldn't stay with him. Was just that 1/10 he had in every single lap, which must be 100s in every single corner, and there was just nothing I could do. So insane what he did there.
Great performance from Dara today, like really, really good. And considering what he just told us as well, even makes it even more impressive. Glad to see, though, I just read your tweet actually. Glad to see that you joined us this season as over that other league. And like you say, a grid more competitive than SRO is that's a very nice compliment indeed for every driver that you're racing with. But yeah, great to see you performing, up at the top again, buddy. I'm pretty sure you've joined us before in AOR, right?
Yeah, there's this one ditch in my results in AR where I think I spun in Bathurst or so with a more difficult M6. I'm really hoping the M4 is doing as well this year. It's not as OP as I'm really wishing, but it's also good that every car, or at least a couple cars, are similar pace right now.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping for a bit different tracks with shorter straights maybe throughout the season, and we should have a better shot.
I mean, it looks like a very promising car. The amount of BMWs up there inside the top 10 it just shows you that it's a very good platform.
It's just very good drivers.
Yeah. Wow, I mean, it did look like a good car to be in. But yeah, Dara doing the business today. You boys are going to have to go toe-to-toe, and it's going to happen later on. Not a very good track for the Porsches behind. You've got the likes of Malinowski and Luke Whitehead. Luke Whitehead in particular not having a very good session today. But they are going to come back like nothing you've ever felt before. So they're going to be back on you guys later on. So don't rest on your laurels, and we'll see you next week, guys.
Yeah, I think toe-to-toe was the exact wording that is the word of the day. Yeah,
it's going to be like that, I think, for the rest of the season. I'm excited to see how it turns out, especially when some of those Porsche friendly tracks come into it. You've got some really fast guys in that car as well, and this one, historically is not that great, so we'll see what happens. We've got Nürburgring next week, Brands Hatch, Donington, Hungaroring, Spa-Zolder, Silverstone, some of those very small tracks, so do watch out for the Pig. It will be coming back, but I think the pig-nosed BMW is definitely a good one to be in. So anyway, congrats on the second place, congrats on the win, Dara. Appreciate you boys jumping us in, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good night.
You too. See you soon. Well, there we go. That was race 1 done. Anything to end on, Saf, before we let these brilliant gentlemen go?
Which race is next?
We're around Nürburgring next. However, you could watch Tier 2 tomorrow with the likes. I think we've got. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure we've got an old name coming back to the fray. I think John is joining. I think he's joining Timosaurus. Yes, he is. JSR is joining Timosaurus for Tier 2 tomorrow. So that'll be very interesting to see. So if you want to watch that, then just jump in tomorrow, and that will start same time, same place, so 7:30, with a bit of build-up before, I'm sure. And yeah, we'll be back next week for the second round of Season 9. And yeah, hats off for Dara, especially the situation that he explained to everyone there about his nan passing away, and managing to come away with that result is pretty good, I'm not going to lie. And what a fitting way, and a lovely little statement there at the end. So yeah, lovely stuff. Wholesome all round. Indeed. We'll end it there, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for Tier 2 with Tim and JSR. Ciao.